market, man, there's a lot of cross currents. I'll tell you that much. It's interesting how the U.S. dollar started the day very weak. It might have been one of those kind of things where people were really worried about what the hell was going to happen with Mr. Nancy. I don't know. Looks like euros rolled over pretty hard here through the day. The Japanese yen, it's interesting. You know, this is something, if you're a student of the market and you never heard this before, probably a good idea to write this down. But usually what happens is risk on, people will move into the fiat currencies. They'll move into the Canadian dollar, Australian dollar, Swiss franc, right, as they're bidding up commodity prices, obviously moving into the Japanese yen if the Asian markets are moving up, I suppose Chinese yuan, that kind of thing. Then we get into a situation where the US dollar actually rolls over and the Japanese yen starts to move higher. And I think this is more a function. Why is this happening? Why did the Japanese yen move up here so aggressively? Number one, I think the Japanese yen was egregiously oversold and it needed that technical bounce. But number two, the Fed's now out of the equation until September. So if somebody's worried about what the hell's going to happen with the U.S. economy, are they going to stick around till September? Or are they just going to pull their money out of the U.S. market and go park it in Japanese T-bills? I would say the latter rather than the former. There's some interesting econs come out today. One econ that surprised me, and I don't know whether it was an anomaly or not, but this econ jumped out at me. This is U.S. retail sales. This is the Johnson Redbook Index. And it just measures same store sales. Try saying that 10 times fast. Over the U.S. market. And interestingly enough, consumers are still spending money down in the States. So this is the number one reason why I think the United States of America will not go through the nightmare that the rest of the world is going to go through. Oh, and by the way, how's Canada doing when it comes to econs? Canada just had a manufacturing index come out, and rather than me tell you, if you guys have taken the Introduction to Technical Analysis module in the program, then you should be able to tell me, how is the Canadian economy doing? Is that a bullish image or is that a bearish image? This is where the dangerous part of the market is. It's not in the United States of America. Hey. Folks, this is trouble. And if you're Canadian, you got to be going, uh-oh. And what is the number one reason why this is happening? The number one reason why this is happening is because the cost to borrow money is going up now, not down. The only reason why this could go on as long as it did was because there was no cost to money. Then we went through, of course, the health crisis and all hell broke loose. Then we had a whole bunch of, hey, here's free money, free money, free money. Oh, if we give free money to people, it's inflationary? Yeah. And of course, we just transitioned from that 40-year bear market in interest rates to now a 40-year bull market in interest rates. And I might argue that the reason why is because of what they just did. And it's fascinating. It's sort of like, does the tail wag the dog or does the dog wag the tail? Let me ask you a question. Does the tail wag the dog or does the dog wag the tail? Do we not have anecdotal evidence from our beautiful screening system that you should not be buying this market right now? Yeah, excellent point there, Addie. Isn't this system fucking awesome? It told us, be careful of crypto there a week or two ago. And sure enough, crypto had to take a bit of a pause. Can you make the argument that crypto is overbought now? No. That's kind of interesting, isn't it? And lo and behold, all of a sudden, crazy things like Ethereum says, you know what? I'm done going down. Let's maybe think about going back up. Where's our Ethereum chart, right? So the irony of all of this is that we have a pretty good tell here, folks. We've got a really good edge tool here. This should justify a monthly subscription to the site. Just to have this image in your mind when you're thinking about going and risking your hard-earned money in the marketplace.